Alright, so Scott Pilgrim is a book series created by Brian Lee O'Malley and was recently made into a feature-length film, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, based off of the title of the second book. There it is right there. And I've got the first book and the second book with me right now. Drew's already read these, and he's reading books 3 through 6 now, so then he can get to his review. And for a comparison between the movie and the books. And I saw the movie with Drew a few months back, and it was really well done. So we all know the plot. Scott Pilgrim is a 23-year-old guy, and his life is going great. He's in a band. He's in between jobs. Until one day, he meets a girl named Ramona Flowers, and he learns that if he wants to go out with her, he's going to have to defeat her 7 evil exes, which leads into the zaniness and craziness and whatever of the entire film. And I think that the plot is one of the main awesome parts about the series. It's a really original plot, and a lot of stuff goes on. There's a lot of subplots too. The character development is really good, and the creativity just shines on throughout the entire series, really. The movie was visually pleasing. It stick to the novels really well, especially the first 2 novels. After that, started to stray, but that was because they started directing before the actual books had been written. And actually, I think that some of the fights were made better in the movie than they were in the books, as some of them were just sort of short and sort of boring, and I can see why they wouldn't want them in a movie format. So the actors they chose to play everybody in the movie were all really good choices. I was a bit skeptical of Michael Cera at first after reading the first few novels, because I'd seen a lot of the movies he'd been in before, and he didn't seem to fit the part. But he actually played a really, really, really good Scott Pilgrim. It wasn't. I mean, he's still trying to woo the girl in this movie like he does in his other roles, but it's not. He's not as awkward. I mean, he's kind of awkward, as so is Scott. So I guess that fits. But he's not as awkward as he usually is in his movies. But and also the exes too. The actors and one actress who played the exes, they seem to be having a blast playing their parts. I recognized a few of them from other movies I'd seen, and it was great seeing the exes in the flesh, being the crap out of Scott. And another thing was the music in the film was also really incredible. In fact, it was probably my favorite part. Basically, they went with the thing that, in the books there's tons of bands. There's Sex Bomb, which is the band that Scott is in with Steven Stills and Kim. And then there's the Clash at Demon Head, which is Envy Adams' band, and she's Scott's ex-girlfriend. And then there's Crash and the Boys, who has a song in the movie. And there's just so many funny and unique bands in the book that I'm glad that they didn't leave a lot of them out. I got some of the songs off of the soundtrack off of iTunes, and I can just say that the music was all really well composed. I know that Beck wrote the music for Sex Bomb, and Broken Social Scene wrote the stuff for Crash and the Boys, and Metric wrote the stuff for the Clash of Demon Head. And it was all really well performed. I actually thought that the actors who did play the instrument parts in the recordings did a really great job, and whoever played Envy Adams, I can't think of her at the top of my head right now, did a really good job at singing Black Sheep. And it was just a really good performance overall from all of the actors who participated. Fight scenes were also really well done, and I'll give kudos to Edgar Wright for directing these genius fight scenes. And I know that Michael Cera actually practiced some martial arts for the film, which I think is awesome. And I know that for the sword fights and such, that the actors actually had to figure out how to be able to fight with weapons and everything. And I think that's fantastic. I think that much work going into a movie is really needed to make a great film. All in all, I think that Scott Pilgrim versus the World was a really, really great adaptation slash really just standalone film. And it really makes me really sad and angry that a lot of people just kind of dismiss this movie as some kind of, like, I don't even know, because I don't know what people thought of this movie, because I saw it like 3 times and I thought it was fantastic. And every single time I noticed something new, and it gave me a new experience each time. And I just can't believe that hardly anybody saw it. You know, it got a horrible box office. It only lasted like 3 weeks, and that just saddens me. But all in all, I just hope that a lot of people will see this review and want to rent it or buy it when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray November 9th. So I hope that you saw this review, liked it, agreed with me, disagreed with me, comment and subscribe. And Drew's review will be coming soon. And also, we'll be getting to Green Day Rock Band and hopefully Rock Band 3 when I finally get it. I pre-ordered it, and it still hasn't come. So, still waiting on that. So, that's it. See you next time. Bye.